Come close, I have a secret for you. You are the magic. That's right, you. Not anything outside of you. Not any guru, not any specific meditation, not a book, not a course. You are the magic. And when we recognize that and we stop giving our power to sources outside of ourselves, then we can really harness that magic and use it to create transformation, not only within our own lives, but within the world around us, because our outside reflects our inside, right? And you're the magic. Like, we are the energy that creates worlds in a physical manifestation. Like, we get to bridge the gap between the unmanifested and the manifested, and that is pure magic. And just us having a desire creates a need in the universe that creates a space that will be filled in one way or the other. Like, literally, your words are spells and inform reality and inform the way that the cells and the atoms and everything around you moves and solidifies and becomes in physical form. Like, you are magic. You have the ability not only to animate this physical body, but for it to heal itself. And it gives you cues on where to go and what to do and who to stay away from and who to bring close. And sparks magic. Like, literally, we can create more humans, souls, like, will come into the world as a result of us and our bodies. Like, we are pure magic. You don't need it from anything but yourself. And the rest of it are all tools. It's not to say, no, there's no space for the guru. There's no space for the mentor. There is certainly space for all of it. But when you recognize it as an enhancement, it's just like something I try to adhere to, you know, like, I like to have a good time. I have a nice balance, I think, of discipline and structure with, like, freedom and looseness, and just like going with the flow and having a good time. And, you know, just like when I'm going to use plant medicine or any kind of like substances that will create like a psychoactive experience, like whether it's alcohol or cannabis or microdosing mushrooms or anything that I choose to partake in, I always like make it's a rule, and I try not to have a lot of rules for myself, but a rule that I have for myself is, if I'm going to use these enhancements, it's going to be as an enhancement. It's going to be to add to what I've already got. I'm not going to use it in place of. If I am processing something and I've been to the ends of it, then I may use something like cannabis to open my third eye and my crown chakra, and to get some more guidance to enhance what I've already come to plug into my broader perspective. I'm not relying on it as something outside of myself to give me what I need. And that's what happens so much in the world. Like, we'll talk a lot about different plant medicines and such. I'm not like someone I don't do ayahuasca. I don't have a problem with it. Each person do your own thing. It's just not for me, or has not been for me so far. Not something I felt drawn to. But one thing I've noticed in a lot of that world, in the world of psychedelics and such, is that it, for a lot of people, can become the way that they tune into their higher self. And there's no judgment on that. However, I know from experience that, from my own experience of being able to access that without the substances and accessing it with substances, is that it takes away from my own magic. It gives the power to that substance to say, okay, I have to, if I want to take off the Melissa suit, if I want to plug into source, then I have to use the substance to do so. And that's not the case. Like, we can get there on our own. If you want to do it to have a good time, or to enhance an experience, or to have a more visual experience, or to deepen some introspection about something, more power to you, however you want to use it. But just know that you are the magic. It's not the drug. It's not the job. It's not the money. It's not the relationship. It's not the master of whatever thing. It's not the meditation. You are the magic. It comes from you. And even when we are using those substances, or we are using meditation, it's really just helping us to access what is already within ourselves. So whether you use it as an enhancement or not, just know like where that's coming from. Give yourself credit for the power that you are, for the magic that you are. And when we do that, when we recognize our own magic, then we get to be in this place of power of creating the life that we want, a life that feels like magic. When we recognize that we are the magic, like I had this understanding the other day, and I was not on any substances. And maybe this will resonate with you or not, I don't know, but I was cutting up some strawberries, and they're like fresh local strawberries, and I bit into it, and it was the most flavorful strawberry I've had in such a long time. And that flavor, I just felt it, like my cells light up, and I just felt it like in my whole being. It was so good. And I had this moment of appreciation of like, yeah, being a human can be real hard, but also we get to taste strawberries. Like these amazing sensory meat suits that we have allow us to taste strawberries. Like we could easily be born into a life or a civilization or whatever you believe that exists that doesn't get to taste the strawberries. Maybe they just need to sustain off of them, and they get the vitamins and the nutrients of the food, but they don't get the experience of tasting the food. They don't get the experience of warmth of someone else's skin touching your skin. Right now it's cold because my hands are freezing. The house I'm in is air conditioned, but I digress. But like, what a beautiful experience that we have these magical bodies that can taste and see and smell and touch and sense and all of these amazing experiences. Like that is pure magic, that not only do we get this nutrients that grows from this beautiful earth from which we are a part, but it grows and it creates this beautiful fruit and had a flower, but then we get to taste it. Not only do we eat it, but we can taste it, that translates into a sensory experience that we can have. Okay, maybe it sounds small to you, but to me, that is just pure magic. And like I said, our words are spells. Like this has been proven. There's been experiments about it in quantum physics, and that the things that we speak, it speaks reality into existence. Even the Bible says that existence was spoken. Let there be light, let there be this. Like when we speak it, we create it. That is magic. So it's like in our culture with colonization and capitalism, all these oppressive systems that we live under, they want to keep us producing. They want to keep us in the grind. They want to keep us working for them to continue to funnel wealth up, right? And that's not our natural state. Our natural state is just very abundant in community, working together for the greater good of all. But the more they can keep us distracted from that, the less likely we are to fulfill that destiny. And when we fulfill our destiny of our authentic selves of living and being our beautiful, magical, wonderful selves, then they don't have that power and that control over us. The collective is stronger. The energy, it becomes greater, and we start to vibrate in that energy instead of the one that currently is being experienced. Right? So it's intentional to keep us away from this. And for a lot of people, they just see, we think of things in the form of capitalism. So when spirituality comes up, it's like, okay, how do I monetize this? How do I monetize that? And to each their own. Get your bag however you want to get your bag. Just saying that there's nothing that you need that you have to pay for. Everything that you need, you already have. You have access to the entire universe and the entire cosmos, to everything that has ever existed, that will exist, that exists right now. You have access to it because you are part of the energy that creates worlds. There is nothing outside of you that is going to give that to you. And you can use these tools. You can learn and grow and expand your consciousness and meditate. Yes, meditate, move your hips, dance, be in community, make love, like party, do whatever you want to do that feels great and feels expansive, because for each person, what is going to help them enhance their magic? It could be reading tarot. It could be doing human design readings. It could be like channeling divine guidance like this right now, like stream of consciousness. whatever your magic is, be your magic, because it is magic and nobody else can give that to you. Nobody else can take that from you. Nobody else has it. It's yours. It's yours within. And so just let this be your permission slip to let go of anything that you think that you need that is stopping you from being your full, complete, whole, wonderful, magnetic, magic self. It doesn't exist. All you have to do is choose it. Own it. Be it. Walk through this life like you are magic, and your life will start to look like magic. The trees and the flowers that you walk by before without noticing will start to pop out, and the colors are more bright, and you can hear them. You can hear their energy communicating with you, and it becomes an experience. I'm not walking through a garden. I'm not walking through a forest. I am the forest. I am the garden. When you live your life as though you are the magic, you are the magic. And you realize that that source is the same source that is fueling everything. And it's all just this beautiful co-creation, this beautiful symphony that we're a part of. And you feel that. You don't feel that individual, I'm in this world alone and this is hard and I need somebody to give me my power so that I can fight my way out of this. It's just magic. It's all magic. We are artists of this life, and every piece of material that we're given, we can choose whether we're going to trash it or we're going to make art with it, right? And when you are the magician, you are the alchemist, and you just like take these things around life and you turn them into art, whether it's art that you just enjoy with your own eyes and soul and ears, whether it's art that you share with others, where it's just the art of your mere existence. You don't need anything outside of yourself to be that. You just need to remember what is you and what isn't. And give breath, give energy, give life to that which is you. And it will automatically start to outshine the stuff that isn't. It'll make it so clear what is you and what isn't you that it just falls away, because it doesn't even make any sense anymore. Why even hold on to something that just doesn't feel like it fits? That's not a part of you, that doesn't apply anymore. You don't. It just falls away because it doesn't even register. It just becomes out of your realm of view of your possibility. If you are understanding this, it was meant for you. If you're not understanding this, that's okay. Hang in there. Keep watching, and you will. You will. You'll come back to this and be like, because this is all coming out right now in the moment, because it is here to reach someone and to be shared with someone. And thank you for being here to listen to it. Thank you for letting your magic lead you to here, to this conversation. I love to hear from you. I love to hear from you in the comments. Please comment, I am magic. Claim it for yourself. Claim it for the world around you. And start being the magic that you are. You don't need anything outside of yourself. Anything outside of yourself is just a tool to enhance the magic that you already are. There is nothing stopping you but you. Even if your outside circumstances feel like they are impossible to get through, when you make this internal change, it will send waves out into the world around you, and they will shift. And those outside circumstances that are standing between you and the life that you want to be living, they will fall away. Things will shift, things will change. But it starts with this internal understanding and recognition that you are the magic. Not the teacher who blew your mind, not me, not the coach that makes millions and millions of dollars, or the billionaire that gets you to walk on fire. They are all magic too. But you are the magic. No one has more than you. No one has less than you. And it doesn't matter how much anybody has anyway. Because you are infinite and you are magic. And who the fuck cares about what else anybody else is carrying around? Right? Be you. Be your magic. Own it. Live it. I can't wait to see it. I love you. Aloha.